morning. Today is Thursday, July 28th, and I officially have one more day to sleep in because Monday I'm here for real. If you're new here, my name is Brianna from A Bubbly Classroom, and I show a little bit of our everyday life in second grade. Right now we are going into day 4, I think, or day 5. What is this, 4 or 5 of classroom setup, and I feel very productive. I printed out the new book bin labels, so I'm excited to put those in today. Gonna do a lot of the magnet stuff, getting that stuff put on my whiteboard. I feel like today's gonna be kind of a starting to come together and looking good kind of day, starting to look put together. So excited about that. Let's go in and see how I left it. Welcome to the madness. My room is not as bad as I felt like I left it, so that's good. But I got a lot of stuff going on the table. Remember, I was like, oh gosh, I hope I have some more square pockets. Yeah. I have been buying a few packs every year, and last year and maybe even the year before I barely used any, so got a good little stockpile here. Whoops. I went ahead and actually reprinted every single book box label because the font that was used originally on them when I bought it, it's one of the fonts where the ends are always lowercase, even it's kind of a mixed uppercase lowercase font. So I went ahead and changed. It's this big one right here. I just made it all capital. It was all supposed to be capitalized on there anyway. It's just one of those mixed fonts. But this one is AG Cash Me Outside. This is the original one that was on there. I can't remember. I think it's a KG font. So I just went ahead and changed all of them because when I was making the new ones for the new bins I put out, I didn't want the fonts to not match, right? So I was like, you know what? They're not laminated, they're just little squares. I'll just cut them out and replace them and they'll all look the same. Makes me happy. Got the laminator warming up because I'll show you this once I laminate them and cut them out. I'll show you when I do that. All right, laminating and cutting, check. I'm about to put the new book bin labels on all the book bins. If I got all of them and didn't miss any and got them all right, I'm going to be shocked because it's just a lot to keep in my mind. I'm zooming in on my pictures, trying to make sure I don't miss any. I'll be shocked, okay? So we'll see what happens there. I made these. This was my assistant principal asked me if I could help with this. One of the suggestions for how they could appreciate us is a Goose pass, which is a get out of school early pass, and it lets you leave right after dismissal. And their plan is they might put them, they're so sweet, they always give us all birthday cards, and they might put one in our birthday card, and then any teachers who ride buses on the first week of school to just help, which a lot of teachers do anyway, will get one of these. So it says, get out of school early, you get to leave right after dismissal. Number 1, put a post-it on this pass with your name and date. Number 2, leave in, I put my assistant principal's mailbox, the day you use it. So that's just what it looks like. Pretty simple, and she just wanted a real picture of a goose on it. That's what she wanted, and I think definitely the right call. It's super cute. So I'm gonna go bring these up to the front office and give these to them so they have them. And then when I get back, we will tackle the book bin. Okay, already I forgot animal picture books. I have animal chapter books in my stack, but no animal picture books. And I remember thinking about that and guess I just totally forgot to make it or print it. I'm not really sure what I did. So that's one I'm gonna have to do today. And I'm gonna do the rest, but these I'm super happy with. None of them have stickers inside of them. Like this one has an old sticker from an old bin that's gonna get covered up. But I started making the book labels to match these, and that's in her product also. And I just didn't finish because I knew I didn't have the labels at home anyway, so I couldn't print them. So I'll bring the labels home today. Hopefully I have some in my closet. I think I do. But bring those home, print those out, print out the animal picture books, and hopefully I'm not missing anything else. I don't know. Love it. I think that font looks more clear too. Like the other one was a little bit more blurry. I was gonna show you, but I actually didn't throw any away. I just stuck these in front of them because it really doesn't matter. Just need to print those two. That's the only two I missed. Animal picture books. Yes, pretty good. I got a lot of comments on the last video. I forgot to mention, I mentioned it in like the second one, but I forget people might watch just one or the other or not in order. But the light blue, the reason I'm not mixing these two to make it look a little more intentional is these are nonfiction and then the dark blue's fiction. That's kind of like, makes it really easy for the kids. Like if they're looking for a nonfiction book for something, they know they just have to look on this shelf right here. So that's the only reason why I'm leaving them the way they are. And it's really, really not bothering me. It's really not. I think I'd rather it be more intentional than like pretty, if that makes sense. Who am I? What am I saying? All right, let me grab out my old like schedule and stuff from last year so I can reuse those magnets, pull them off there and put them on the new stuff. I just found them the other day. At the end of the year, I actually do this every year. I make some kind of bucket or drawer or basket that is like all the stuff I need to put my hands on at the beginning of the school year. So in here, I put a bag of all the stuff that was on my whiteboard. And I put a little post-it note that says whiteboard on it. This was I found this at Target, and I'm gonna use it again this year until it's used up. I don't have much left of it, but every day I just put my little daily checklist on here. And then when I got to Friday, I started on the next week, started putting things that I know, like every Tuesday I wanna get my plans done, or every Wednesday I wanna make my copies. Like I go ahead and put that stuff on my to-do list for next week, the following week, so that I just don't forget any of those normal things. Friday, send out my email, that kind of stuff. This was my planner from last year, the home edit. I really didn't use it too much. Sorry, a teacher borrowed my staple remover thing and they just brought it back. Okay, what else is in here? I've got notepads. These are, I never used them, from Erin Conran. Some bookmarks that I haven't used yet. Lots of Post-its. What did I tell you? If you watched my last video, you know I bought more of these. Oh good, I couldn't find this size, but I have some when I went the other day. Oh, I didn't realize I had those. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so I definitely bought more. But I'm telling you, I use them like crazy. And I also put them out on like my desk during writing time, because if a student like needed to add something to their story or something like that, like I'll put out one of this size, one of this size, and one of this size. Depending on what they need, they can just like stick this on the page they wrote their story and just like add something in and draw a little arrow, like if it's rough draft or whatever. They love using these, and because they love using them, it gets them to add to their writing. So we love that. That's a win-win. So I do stockpile on them as much as possible. All right, don't need all this stuff right now. Put this here. I'll deal with it later. We will deal with it later. But let's see. All right, this was just one of those quotes. Got questions about where these came from. They were from a set, is it Carson DeLosa maybe? And I got them at Lakeshore. These are the essential question headers that I told you about. If you were here last year, you remember these. So I'm thinking if I'm gonna remake this one or not. Today we want to know, and I made it that way because I had them all as questions. This year I'm talking about writing them as statements like I can. So today, I don't know what to say here. I may just leave it for now. Let's see how it goes. Another quote. Here's the compliment thing. I told you I had all of these made already. This did get kind of nasty, so I am gonna replace it. I'm glad I laminated and cut the other one. Can't really tell, but just like Expo marker just got all over it. You know, things just happen. So I will replace it with the new one, and I'll hopefully be able to move these over. If not, I have plenty of these kind because I use more of the fuzzy ones than I do the non-fuzzy ones. I don't know what that is. So we will probably just put new ones on that. All right. Oh, these are from Amy Grosbeck. 3 before me. This is a good thing to have on the board and go over the expectations of like, try to help yourself first, then ask someone else, then you can come to me. And this is from Laura Santos. I can tell by the style of it. Yeah, Laura Santos, core inspiration. Now we get to the good stuff. Here are my schedule cards from last year. Take the magnets off. I made this quick last year. At the beginning of the year, we did recess zones so that we could take just our class to each section and be able to watch them and help them and show them how to use everything. And then we kind of let them go wherever they want. And then I had our special schedule. I forgot about that. I'm definitely gonna remake that this year. Oh, here's the top of the schedule. And then I have these place value, no, not place value, parts of speech posters. These are from, gosh, I can't remember her first name. Her last name's Jackson. I'll link these below if I can find them. I'm sure I can in my purchases, but I like to put, whichever one we're focusing on, I just kind of like clip it on the front, and then just a good little reminder. All right, let's move some magnets. My assistant principal came by. She loved the Goose passes, so that was good. I think I have magnets on everything I need. Let's start putting this stuff on the board. Oh, I'm gonna put magnets on these real quick, and then we're gonna start getting this stuff off my table, start cleaning this mess up. right, that seemed to take me forever, but this was bothering me because, like, obviously we've not been in school for 123 days, but I'm just testing it out. But the hundreds piece is so big that when it's in here, it's a little distracting from like what's happening here. So I think after we like start the school year, I put the other 100 in our hundreds block container, and I'll probably do the same with that one until we get closer to needing it, because I think it's just a little confusing having it like right there. You see I tried to like move it around, but eventually I think I'm just going to keep the hundreds out of it for now. Okay, this is what we're working with. I had some questions about where I get my essential questions or my IKSON statements. I literally just write them with Expo marker. Those are mine, not for children. And I do them in color. I color code them. So I do a pink. If I have like 2 different maths, I'll do one math in pink and one math in orange. This year I actually don't, so I don't know what I'm gonna do because I love using the pink. I'm not really sure. Maybe it'll be like our morning meeting focus. I don't know. Math will be in orange. Reading is in like the light green. Writing is in the dark green. Then I have a blue, and then science and social studies I write in purple. Then we have, this is new for me. I haven't had an agenda on my whiteboard in years. My old school like required it, so I haven't had one in a while. And actually my old school required it when I first got there, and then they did not require it once we got a new principal. So we'll see how this goes. I think it's gonna be good. Obviously, days in school. These pieces were really easy to get out of like the packaging. I like them a lot. And then I've got, I'm gonna remake this, but I just put it here for now. When we earn compliments, they go up here. If we have trouble as a whole class, we lose a compliment. Some people will not take them away. I do. And I actually have a student in charge of this. It's one of our leadership team jobs on Teachers in Training, is I have a little cup here with the pieces in it. They put them up or take them down for us as needed. I also have someone who flips the date every day, schedule, just so the kids know, like if we're at phonics, we know recess comes next. If we're in writing, we know lunch is coming, just to kind of give them an idea of like the structure of the day. First class read aloud, our class pet, Bananas, they named him last year. We adopted a gorilla, silverback gorilla. The kids brought in money. We collected all the money. I sent it in. They sent us the adoption packet from the World Wildlife Foundation, and they loved it. And then that's how we kicked off reading The One and Only Ivan. But you can adopt so many different animals. I'm thinking like we'll adopt a different kind of animal this year, and then I'll pick a read aloud with that animal as the main character, if that makes sense. Hopefully I can make that work. Like maybe when we read Charlotte's Web, maybe I can find an animal that's featured in Charlotte's Web or something. I don't know. We'll see. All right, that is done. All this is a piece of white fabric. The skirts around my tables are just white fabric that my friend has like a nice hand stapler, and she helped me. We just stapled them around. But this is just an extra piece of white that I had. You can tell it's like just not cut nicely or anything. I probably need to straighten up the cut on that. And then I just took bulletin board border and hot glued it to the edge, and then I hot glued magnets on the back of it. The reason I didn't do like a whole strip of magnet is because this is rolled, so when you unroll it, it very much wants to like continue to roll, so I just cut it in small pieces to help it straighten out. This is like my bag of magnet stuff. I'll hang this up on the filing cabinet and see how it looks. had some questions about what I keep on these shelves. It's just the book bins for 5 to 6 students at the table, a turn-in tray for the table, a little plant, tissues. I usually put a hand sanitizer out here once they come. And then this just has extra supplies in it for if anyone at their table is missing anything. And we get 5th grade helpers at the end of the year, and I have them go through all of these and refresh them for the next school year. So those have been ready since I left in May. I'm gonna show you my planner real quick that I got this year, and then I'm gonna end it here because it is 2:45. All right, sorry, I do not have a fancy like overhead setup, but this is what I got. It's just an academic planner, so it's a little bit smaller. It's hard to tell on camera, but it's smaller than like the big teacher planners or the full-size planners. It's just called the academic planner. The reason I got this one is because all I need in a planner is monthly view, and then when it comes to this, every month has like this class description. I don't really need that. Then when you come to the daily view, this is perfect for me because if something special is happening that day, or if I have a meeting or something like that, I can put that over here. In the middle, I'm going to put my math small group and my reading small group that I plan to meet with. And then I've got this to-do list, which I make myself a to-do list, usually on a sticky note every day. Last year, like I said before, I found this at Target, and I just made my to-do list on here every day. We'll see how it goes. I have this if I need it. I kind of want to use this up because I only have like 10, maybe more of these, but I also want to try out my planner as well and kind of keep everything in one place, so we'll see. But that's basically it. It's monthly view, this little projects and exams thing that I do not need, and then just these little small spots for my small groups every day. I don't even think there's anything July, August. There's 1 page of stickers in the back, but a lot of these I'm not going to need. I should have torn this out and sent it to my sister. I got my sister one too. I should have just sent it to her. But anyways, it's from Erin Condren, and that's just the one I decided to go with this year. My one from last year was this one. This is literally just, let me see if I can find something where I did not write, is just monthly spread and then notes pages, which I did like, but I found myself still keeping a separate thing on my clipboard for my small groups, like a separate calendar on my clipboard for my small groups. So now I'm hoping I can just keep everything in one place, and you still get notes pages in here too. We'll see. I'm gonna test it out. Feel productive today. I think I'm gonna feel really good if I come in tomorrow and get all of this stuff. It goes under that table. I think that's gonna make me feel really in a good place. I did put the labels in my backpack, so I'm gonna try to print those. And then I stacked up these books here. One of the teachers in 4th grade is brand new to teaching this year, and he was asking about where I get a lot of my books from. And I said, I used to teach 4th grade. I have some that I will put on the counter, and he can come look and see what he wants and take anything. Okay, let's do a slow-mo, and I'll see you maybe tomorrow, maybe not till the first day next week. I don't know.